I'm sick of you, but you're the medicine too. Any Camila Cabello fans out there? That's what I'm singing. Okay. It's like a David Dobrik face. Ah! Okay, I don't know if I even got a decent thumbnail in that, but hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing an Empties video. My Empties bag was overflowing, so it's definitely time for me to do one. I do these roughly once a month, once every other month. Honestly, I just fill up a bag. Once it gets full, I know it's time to do one. So I'm gonna try not to ramble too much. I usually start with candles, so why change things up? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. First candle, this was from Trader Joe's. It's a little single wick candle, and this is in the grapefruit scent. They bring these out every season in different scents, and it's really nice. I mean, it's cute, it's cheap. It's not like the best throw in the world, but they're fun for like the kitchen. The next candle that I had was this guy. This was from Anthropologie. I don't really know the brand. It's an amber bergamot scent, and it came in this kind of fun floral packaging. I don't even know the brand, so like why am I even extensively talking about this? Springs Eden. It smelled really nice. I just don't love me a 2-wick candle because then it doesn't burn as evenly, but it was good. The rest are all Bath & Body Works candles, which like these are my jam. They burn super well. 3 wicks. Here I have Raspberry Peach Macaroon. This was really good. Like, I hope they bring this back next year. It's ripe raspberries, juicy peach, and almond cream. It smelled so yummy. This is Lavender Marshmallow. This was good, but I mean, it kind of gave me and Travis a bit of a headache after a little while. It has just lavender and marshmallow. The next one is called Suntan, and this smelled 100% like sunscreen. It has sun-kissed citrus, orange blossoms, and coconut husk, but I'm telling you, it literally smells like sunscreen. So it's like you either love it or hate it. I love it. And the packaging was super cute, kind of like Gray Malin-esque, like his photography. This guy is called Sun Washed Citrus. This one had sugared lemons, mandarin, juicy pineapple, and agave nectar. And for whatever reason, this smells exactly like the Capri Blue Volcano candle from Anthropologie. So that was like a fun little dupe to have. I hope they bring this out again next summer. And last, this was just a different packaged one from Bath & Body Works in peach. It's just straight up peach with essential oils. I had this burning in the kitchen and it was really nice. I'm a huge fan of Bath & Body Works 3-wick candles. They're cheap, they're great, they have a ton of scents. Love them. Speaking of Bath & Body Works, I have a ton of their gentle foaming hand soap, so let's not waste too much time, but let's just go through. Wild Honeysuckle, Maui Mango Mai Tai, Toasted S'mores. This one they still have at the stores currently, and it is really good. I have a backup of this. Black Cherry Merlot, that's kind of a classic. They always have that. And then First Bloom, which they have in stores right now as well. So yeah, this is great. Recommend all those. Here's kind of some random body products. The first one, we have the Target brand Up and Up baby shampoo, tear-free. It's compared to the Johnson's baby shampoo. Now this I used as a brush cleaner, so it's obviously very affordable. It smells nice, and it did work as a brush cleaner, but I have not repurchased. Right now I'm using just like a solid brush cleaner. I don't really have a staple one. If anyone has any great makeup brush cleaner recommendations, I would love to hear one. This definitely gets the job done, so if you want something cheap, check it out. Now this guy was from Ulta. It's Zoella Beauty, who's Zoe. Zoella is a really famous YouTuber here on YouTube. This is the Shower Shake Moisturizing Body Wash. It was from her Jelly and Gelato collection, and so it has like an elderflower and pomegranate scent. Now packaging for me is 10 out of 10. It's like really cute pastel, like coppery writing. It looks like a shake. So adorable. The smell was like fine, but nothing like to like write home about. It's kind of like that bright tart pomegranate. It's really interesting, but I have to say this packaging is pretty mutilated because I had to like squeeze this to death. I feel like I went through this in a week. Like, it did not lather up very well at all. Perhaps that's because it's moisturizing, but I have had other moisturizing body washes that still manage to lather, and for me that's important. So I would not repurchase this. I love Zoe, like I love her, but this product just didn't do it for me. The packaging alone is not enough to carry it through if it doesn't work well, you know? Okay, this is a deodorant that I use all the time and talk about all the time. The Donna Karan Cashmere Mist Deodorant. I flippin' love this stuff. It is very expensive, it is very luxurious. I pick it up during the Nordstrom anniversary sale every year, so that's a tip for you next year since now the sale's over, but you can get a discount on them. So it just smells heavenly, it's luxurious, it helps you smell so good, you don't sweat. Like, I just really love it. Now I know everybody's very on the natural deodorant I don't even want to call it a bandwagon because I know that like it's important and they're doing it for health purposes and stuff like that. So anyway, I also did get this guy, which is Schmidt's. This is the natural deodorant in the Bergamot lime scent. Kind of cool. Schmidt's is actually based out of Portland where I live, and this is like a brand that people talk about kind of like all over the country. I liked it. This Bergamot lime scent is really, really interesting. The problem is I don't think I can really fully review this because I still wear this a lot. Like I switch them, and I think in order for your body to fully adjust to a non-antiperspirant natural deodorant, you have to use this like consistently, which I haven't done. So I will say that like it did seem to like it doesn't like absorb the sweat as much as obviously an antiperspirant does, but it does smell nice, and I feel like it helps neutral. Like I don't know. I liked it. I'll just leave it at that. I liked it. But I'm not one to really give a proper review on natural deodorant. Next up, I had a hand cream. This is from Kiehl's. It's the Ultimate Strength Hand Salve. And this was lovely. It smells kind of medicinal. Like almost like Vicks Vapor Rub type of a thing. So if you're not into that, I mean, okay, don't get it then, but it works really well. It like really soaks into your hands, and I get very dry hands in the winter. So yeah, I would totally repurchase this. This was just like a small guy. Okay, I have a perfume, Empty, which is like a big deal for me, even though it's just this little dude. This is a Kilian fragrance, which Kilian is my favorite fragrance designer. And this is Vodka on the Rocks. One of my faves. I want to buy the full size. This one has, I think it's oak moss, cardamom. I forget the exact notes. Maybe I'll put them on the screen. Maybe. No promises. But it's just so good. It's totally like a shared fragrance. Men and women could wear it. The longevity on Kilian fragrances are outstanding. They're really unique. Like, I love Vodka on the Rocks. It's also a really good one to kind of like layer or build with different fragrances, just because it's kind of just so solid. I don't know. I could talk about fragrance all day long, so go watch one of my fragrance videos if you can relate. But yeah, Kilian, Vodka on the Rocks, recommend. The next category that I have is hair. This is the Kiehl's Nourishing Olive Fruit Oil Shampoo. So this is meant to be for dry, undernourished hair. I don't necessarily have dry, undernourished hair. I just happened to pick this up. The scent was whatever. Not bad, not good, just pretty like neutral. But I mean, Kiehl's isn't trying to be over the top with like scents. I would not repurchase this. It was not bad, it just wasn't that great, and Kiehl's is like obviously a little bit more of an expensive brand, so unless it's like specifically doing something for you, like why buy it? For me, again, the issue is that I don't think it lathered that well, and I'm all about things that lather. I don't want to have to use a ton of shower gel or a ton of shampoo to get a lather. I just want, because I have a lot of hair, and I just don't want to have to like pour out half the bottle to get it to lather. So it worked, it cleaned my hair, like it was fairly hydrating, but I just would not repurchase. Next, something that I would and have repurchased is the Davines is how I think you say it, something like that. It's the Oi all-in-one milk, and it's for your hair, and it's a multi-benefit beauty treatment. So it kind of will help heat protect. Does it say on here? Yeah, in a bunch of different languages. So it detangles, it adds shine, it adds softness, it moisturizes, it gives you heat protection, it gives you body, etc., etc. Now this is an Italian hair care brand, so it is a little bit pricey, but I think it's also so luxurious to have like something from Italy where like the first set of instructions are in Italian, they're not in English, you know. It smells really, really good, but it's like a unique scent. So it has Rokuku oil, I don't know, or Roku oil, I don't know what that is. To me, I love the scent. It's very distinct, and this is definitely something that I love to spray in my hair when I need it to detangle it, to heat protect before a blow dry. It also will help kind of keep your hair tame, smooth, shiny. I mean, everything that it said. It's just like a really nice hair product. It's just a little pricey, but I totally recommend. This is a really awesome brand. My next category is skincare. This is something you have seen time and time again in my empties. It's the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. This is just the original one in the pink like top, and I love this stuff. It's cheap, it's readily available. I use this as my morning cleanser every day. Like I don't actually do a face wash, I just do this and then go into toner and serums and all that jazz. And then at night I do use this, not every night, but sometimes to remove makeup before I actually go in and wash. So I really like it. It pretty much has no scent. It's very sensitive. Like it's pretty good stuff. Or no, it's great. buy it. Next, I have a facial sunscreen. This is from La Roche-Posay, and I'm sorry if my lights are washing everything out, but this is the Anthelios Clear Skin Facial Specific Sunscreen with SPF 60. It's a dry touch sunscreen. I went through 2 bottles of this, and I'm currently using the Sunbum Facial SPF just because I really love Sunbum, and I wanted to give that a try. I think the Sunbum one's a little cheaper too, I think. This is, I just threw it. This is great. It does the job. It doesn't leave like a white cast on my face. It doesn't like really smell like sunscreen. It's very lightweight. It sinks in. Like, I definitely think that sunscreen on your face is uber important. I mean, sunscreen everywhere is important, but your face and your neck and your, like, you really got to protect that. So if you are anti-sunscreen because they feel heavy or something, like, I highly recommend this. Give it a try. You can find it at Target and maybe Ulta. I think they sell La Roche-Posay. But I do really like my Sunbum one so far too. This one's just probably a hair more lightweight, so this is probably a good place to start. I will link everything down below. This guy was a toner that I picked up on a whim. I'm still on the hunt for like my perfect toner. This is Sailor by Captain Blankenship, which I'm pretty sure that's a hair care brand. But anyhow, this Sailor, you know, expansion must be the skin part. So it's a sea mist refreshing toner with basil and witch hazel. Now, what I loved about this is the bottle. It's a really pretty glass bottle, really cute packaging, and it's a spray. This was amazing to just spray the toner on and rub it in. I have always used toners where you dump it in a cotton pad or a cotton round and then you rub it on your face. The pro with doing it with the cotton pad is I feel like you can get a little bit more grime and dirt off of your face than you do when you just spray it directly onto the skin. However, you are wasting more product really because your cotton is going to soak some of it up, and you're also going through a lot of cotton. So I'm in 2 minds about it. The product itself was good, like it was fine, but I didn't necessarily notice anything super different or super life-changing, and so I did not repurchase. I probably would. It's just that I still am on the hunt for like my perfect toner, and I don't know that this was it, but I mean, like I said, great packaging, relatively affordable at Target. Next, I have a couple of Sunday Riley products. I have the UFO Ultra Clarifying Face Oil, as well as a small one of the Luna Nighttime Sleeping Oil. So this UFO one is, I had repurchased this several times. It's for acne prone skin. It has salicylic acid in it, and it has, what else? Tea tree oil, black cumin seed, licorice. It's supposed to help treat any breakouts you currently have. It's also supposed to help prevent future breakouts and help clear up like old acne scars or spots. I definitely like this. It is a dry oil that absorbs in, and even though it's drying because it's for acne prone skin, it wasn't too drying. Like, it was still had some other ingredients to balance that out and keep you hydrated. I did stop purchasing this, at least for now. My skin's like, it's like in a pretty good place, knock on fake wood. And I also started to find, I was religious with like a Kiehl's acne cleanser and this acne oil, and I started to find that I really did have dehydrated skin. And a gal at Kiehl's actually told me you might want to lay off some of those acne products because you kind of, I think, just get accustomed to using them and you think like, no, if I stop, like my acne is going to flare up again. But like, not necessarily. Do you know what I mean? So I kind of started slowly pulling back, and like, again, knock on wood, I think I'm still okay. I do recommend this. I don't know that I should be putting a bunch of acne products on all the time, especially as I'm getting older. I don't want to like dehydrate, like, you know, my skin anymore. The Luna, however, this is awesome. I still have some. I had repurchased it. It's retinol and blue tansy. This is something to only be used at night. This is the type of product where when I put it on, I definitely can see visible signs of difference in the morning. Retinol is an ingredient that helps stimulate the turnover of cells in your skin, and so it helps with like aging. It helps with turning over dark spots or acne scars and wrinkles and all that stuff. I quite enjoy this. I have used it actually for a long time, and so I would say it's like a pretty tried and true cult classic, but I think it's just the product junkie in me slash, I don't know, like I'm just kind of always like, if something is better, I'm not married to this. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's something that I know I like and I'll probably always go back to it, or I know that it's an option on the menu. Like I'll order it from time to time, if you will, but if something else strikes my fancy that I hear good things about or whatever, like I'm open to trying other retinol products. So, but yeah, it's really good. It is expensive, but it's good. Next, I had a little sample, but I do want to talk about this. This is by the brand Lancer. This is the Omega Hydrating Oil. I watched a ton of skincare videos on YouTube about oils, and like skincare is kind of a black hole because there's just so much skincare out there, and every person is different, and every like skin, like it's hard to find the exact regimen. And if you're a junkie like me, which I know a lot of people on YouTube are, it's like you want to try every product under the sun. But when it comes to skincare, that's not actually beneficial. You can test all the perfumes in the world. Like I'm a big perfume junkie. Well, I'm a big beauty junkie. So I can test perfumes for days. I can play with a different eyeshadow every day, a different mascara, like whatever. But skincare, it doesn't work that way because you're not going to know if it's working. You like have to use skincare consistently in order to see if it's working. So anyway, I digress. I was watching a lot of videos and they were talking a lot about oils, and this was one that I think I heard about or something, and then I happened to have a deluxe sample from Nordstrom. I loved it. Lancer's a nice brand. Makeup by Tiffany D uses their scrub and really loves that product. I haven't heard a ton of other stuff about it, but this was just an amazing emollient oil that I would put on after all my skincare, kind of as a last step to help everything else sink in, because your skin, I'm not an expert at all, but the cells will like attract the oil on top or something like that. Like whatever is in here, your skin will kind of like soak that in, so whatever else you already had on, like serums and stuff like that, will sink in with the oil. And it just made my skin feel really hydrated, really glowy, dewy, healthy. Like I really would be interested in buying the full size. So I wanted to just mention that. There are some other good oils that have been like talked about and recommended, but this is really cool, really good. I like it. My last category we're going to talk about is makeup. And if you're still here watching, thank you. I appreciate you. I feel like I've been talking forever, but let's just get to getting. This is MAC Fix Plus. Y'all know what this is. This stuff's pretty classic. This was like a little travel size. It's pretty great. I mean, yeah, it's multifunctional. It can just kind of help set your makeup, but it doesn't like lock your makeup into place the way other setting sprays does. It more so just melts everything together, helps you look natural and hydrated, and gets rid of any excess cakiness, powderiness, etc. You can also use it to wet like eyeshadows and make them more intense. You can use it with no makeup and just refresh your face, especially since now they have these scented ones, like there's a rose one, a coconut one, and so it's just kind of a nice refresher. Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's like a classic product. Next, I have this. This is the Lancome Cils Booster XL Mascara Primer. I have been into using mascara primers lately. I don't really wear false lashes. I just don't. I mean, every now and again. But a primer will help kind of build your lashes and give you a little bit more of that effect. And so this is a great one. Lancome is known for having really nice mascaras. My only complaint with this is that it dried out really, really, really fast. And then it's white, which doesn't really bother me. I'm actually wearing a Laura Geller primer right now under my mascara, which is a black primer. And I guess like in theory, a black primer makes more sense than white because you don't want white on your lashes. So it's just something to make note of, but it didn't bother me. Like the black mascara covered the white, but just FYI, it is white. Next up, I have this Laura Mercier Invisible Pressed Setting Powder. So Laura Mercier is quite known for her face products. There are a tiny little bits left in there, but they're like totally cracked. This is kind of similar to the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Translucent Pressed Setting Powder. Laura Mercier's most popular powder, I think, is the Translucent Loose, and I have it and I love that. I actually don't love loose powders in general. They're messy. Like I would take pressed over loose for the most part. Like that's what my mind instantly goes to. But that Laura Mercier loose one is just so good that it's worth it. This was okay, like it worked. It doesn't add any additional color, but it will just lock you into place, give you an airbrushed look. It'll keep you matte, but not too dry. Like it's really nice. This was like a small guy and I wouldn't probably purchase it. I would purchase the loose one just because it's better. This was a concealer that I tried. This is from Maybelline. It's the Superstay Better Skin Concealer in the shade Ivory. It was okay. The coverage wasn't good enough for me. I do like the doe foot applicator. My go-to drugstore concealer has been the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, which looks like this. The applicator is less desirable because it's a kind of like, you can get bacteria in there, but the coverage on this is better. The blendability is better. I just like this better. This one was just okay. Now my favorite concealer is still the Tarte Shape Tape, but you know, I do like to have a cheaper one on hand too for days when like, I don't know. I just like to have both. So it was okay, but it wasn't my favorite and I would not repurchase. Here was a travel size of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I have the full size and I'm actually wearing it right now. This is a cult classic. I really do like it. It's for like full voluminous lashes and all that jazz. My only complaint, I don't know if it's user error or what, but like this smudges on me. Like I cannot, I swear, put this on without getting it like, not even up here, but like right at my lash line. Does that ever happen to you? Like I've worn mascara for years. Like I'm not a total newbie, a total rookie. But like I put this on and I get smudges like right here or down here and I'm just like, oh, and then I have to stick a Q-tip and it's just annoying. So it can be a bit smudgy and it dries out semi-fast, but I do like it. Again, it might be user error. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts. Favorite liquid eyeliner, this is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. This is well talked about on the internet. It has a brush tip instead of a felt tip, which for me means it's more precise, it's easier, it has more like flexibility when it comes to doing a wing, and it never like frays the way felt tips can. It's super black, it lasts really long, it doesn't smudge, it's easy to work with. I really like it. I would repurchase for sure. This was a brow product. This is from Makeup Forever. It's the Pro Sculpting Brow Pencil. I had it in the shade 30. It's like this kind of tip, kind of like the triangle tip, which is semi-popular now. I don't think the shade was right for me. I think it was a little bit too light, but that's not the product's fault. I mean, on one end it does have a spoolie. The spoolie was nice. And then actually I didn't even really realize this until towards the end, but I still don't even use it because it's the 3-in-1 brow pen. And I'm like, what is that? And then there's this weird little arrow and you go like this and there's this like little sponge that has like powder. So what I think that actually is kind of cool. I just never really used it. It's like, I think it's to like highlight your brow bone or like clean up the edges. So that's cool, but I feel like the average person's probably not really doing that. I don't know. Maybe I didn't really use it. I would probably not repurchase this. It wasn't bad. I just like other brow pencils better. Two more things and then we're done. This is the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in the shade Bella. I love Stila's liquid lipstick formula. It's really nice. You do have to like liquid lipstick, which means they're drying. They kind of get funky. I mean, it just happens. I don't care how good the formula is. There can be cons to using them, but Stila has a good formula and this color is just like out of this world. It's very bright. It's something you have to be into bold lips, but I personally am. I get a lot of compliments when I wear this. I love doing just like minimal makeup, like maybe a bold brow and then just like a bright lip, and it's just like, I feel so cool. I feel like it elevates the look, and so I did actually buy this in full size once this one dried out. This was like probably like a Birchbox sample or something, actually. I don't know. Last but not least is my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Blending Sponge. I've used these for a while now, but I will say that I have an actual beauty blender at the moment. They really are so much better. Like I've heard like Morphe has a good sponge. I've heard L'Oreal has a good sponge. I've heard Flower Beauty has a good sponge. So perhaps I should like expand my horizons with the sponges. But I don't know. I do like the shape. I like that there's this angle, whereas the Beauty Blender is just a full-on egg. But it's just like a little too tough. It's not as soft as the Beauty Blender. I do think they changed something in this. I think a little like while ago, this was a little bit softer and more comparable to the Beauty Blender, and now it's not. They're not bad, they're cheap, and so like nobody wants to spend $20 per sponge like a Beauty Blender. These are good, but they're just not like amazing. So I need to test out some of those other ones I mentioned and then we'll see. But yeah, they're good. I do recommend it. It's just not like the best thing ever. So you get what you pay for, you know what I mean? Anyway, guys, I probably talked a mile a minute. This was the third video I filmed today, so I'm trying. I feel like I've been sitting here forever. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of content, I would love it if you'd kind of check out what I have on my channel, see if it suits your fancy, and subscribe if it does. I try to post every week, and I'm gonna stop talking now. I will see you next time. Love you. Bye. Maui Mango Mai. It's like makeup brush cleaner. Oh my gosh. I'm a spaz today.